You know, I think if Todoroki actually was to use both of his abilities at the start of the match, he would have easily took out Bakugo. Like, despite Bakugo being strong, I feel like if he did have his resolve, if he did overcome his own personal issues, he would be able to pretty much deal with them. At the very least, he would have got first place. And that's why Bakugo is so upset, because he didn't give it his all. He only used half his ability, so he doesn't want to win that first place. And I like it. Like, I kind of call it a little underwhelming, because comparing it to, like, Deku's fight before he got eliminated, like, that was much more hype. But I absolutely love because he's so conflicted, because he's still kind of confused on if he does want to use his ability, because that is his father. That's literally the reason his mother hates him and was sent away, and that he never saw his mother again. So like the whole like conflicting ability, and Bakugo saying like you gotta give it your all, and he's about to, and then he's just like, I can't do it. And I just love how Bakugo has to get freaking locked up because he's so pissed off that he won. He's like, I want a rematch, like I can't accept this. And I love that, because I would assume that Todoroki is the strongest in all of the school, to be honest, like not including teachers. Like I assume if he could actually, because it's not like say Deku, who can't control his abilities. He can use his abilities, he just chooses not to because he's afraid of them pretty much. So I would assume that if he wasn't afraid of his abilities, he would be the strongest. And I would assume that Bakugo realizes this, and that's why he's a little upset, because I would assume that he thinks he probably could beat him, but he's disappointed because he didn't give it his all, and he doesn't like beating people who half-ass their shit. So I like that, especially seeing the end where he's trying to like, I can't use my abilities, I have to come to terms, I have to see my mother. We have to overcome this, because if his mother can accept him for who he is, then he would be able to accept his flame abilities, as he wouldn't link it to his father. So I'm really excited to see that conversation between Todoroki as well as his mother. I think that's going to be very interesting. It could go either way, and I'm dying to see it. But the episode overall was pretty damn hype, and I think, I mean, don't quote me on this, I think the series is going on a 2-week break, if I'm not mistaken. I think episode 13 is going to be coming in a couple weeks from now. We're not getting it next week. If I'm wrong, forgive me. I just remember reading that on Twitter a couple of times from 2 different people. So we might have a 2-week break. I don't know, but hey, if we got a 2-week break, there's not much we can do, but hopefully we can get it back next week. But I thought this episode was great. I think this tournament arc was fantastic, and I think, to be 100% honest, I think this was the best tournament arc anime has seen, period. I mean, call me a fanboy, call me whatever you want, but I just think the way they handled their side characters, not just Deku, but the side characters, Todoroki, Bakugo, all of these characters felt fleshed out, they had amazing moments, and it was emotional. It was far more than just a shonen battle arc, and for that I'm really thankful. But the All Might stuff near the end, when he's pretty much like congratulating the 3 victors and giving them kind of like props and just pointers, and like, if you work on your physical strength, you would be a really good hero, so keep it up. And then just all the little pointers that he gave to the 3, I thought was awesome. All Might's such a likable guy. I just love All Might. I mean, it's gonna be sad like when he can no longer turn into his big buff kind of smiley self, and he's just gonna be that lanky guy now. But I always love his just conversations and how much he cares for his students. I think it's just so heartwarming to watch. But just overall, this episode is great. Todoroki is easily my favorite character of the series. Honestly, Todoroki, Bakugo, as well as Deku are my favorite characters overall. But Todoroki, he's just, you can't help but feel bad for the guy. He has such a shitty family life, and I hope everything works out with his mother, and he can overcome his issues of dealing with the fact that his flame abilities just link to his father, and he can accept that those are his own abilities, and that's gonna pretty much be up to if his mother accepts him, or if his mother is still afraid of him. So I'm really excited to see that conversation, how all that happens, and I'm surprised that Ida's brother is still alive. I thought he completely died, so we'll see if he pulls through or not, but you never know with this series. I mean, at the core, I don't have too much to say with this episode. I think it was awesome. The final match was great because it's kind of a unearned victory, because literally he kind of half-assed it, and Bakugo may not have won if he actually gave it his all. You could say maybe he still would have, because the flames could maybe enhance his abilities, because then he would sweat more. But I honestly think that if Todoroki gave it his all, if he used both of his abilities, Bakugo wouldn't have won first place, and in fact, he would have got second place. But only time will tell what will happen with the two's relationship, what will happen with all the relationships, and what this hero killer is going to bring with the next arc. Really excited to see what happens, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Did you love the episode? Did you hate it? Do you think it was just okay? Let me know, and before you leave, smack that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, peace, take care, and have a good one.